Good afternoon, guys. It's 4:33 p.m. Today is September 8th, and so let's start with the pre-market notes, right? So here is the pre-market notes. So today's notes were about hunting levels. So yesterday's closing remark, I said hunting levels, right? I repeated the same damn statement here. Today we will focus on longs above hunting levels in general. Buyers have a control above those levels, right? So that's a bigger statement I'm opening up here, right? And then I'm talking about if price goes below backup buyers area and you see a breakdown and all this thing, then you can take a shorts, some shorts I'm saying. Now favoring longs does not mean you are 100% bullish. Favoring longs means reactionary longs for few points up to the next level and be done with it, right? So all I'm saying is take a long above hunting level, go to the next level and bail out, or manage it accordingly, but you don't look for a moon here, okay? Now whatever happened yesterday is not important. Whatever happened today, it is important, right? Ideally I want to see one of the preferred areas gets broken, and then you want to see it holding it for a while, okay? So preferred areas, backup areas and hunting levels, that is all the story is about, right? Crude below 87.50, sellers are there, below 85.25, more sellers are there, but I did not take a look at crude today, so I don't know what happened there. Dream numbers are as usual, very powerful, 293, 311, right? So let's go here, right? So hunting level in ES was this level, okay, and in Q these blue lines, these dark blue lines, right? So and dotted lines were hunting or dream numbers, right? So I published the labels at around 6 o'clock or 5:45 or so, so at that time price was right around here somewhere, so it was holding this hunting levels, okay? And then what happened? Then price went to dream number around 7 o'clock, right? And then it got rejection. See, dream numbers are very powerful overnight, RTH session, they are very powerful, right? And then it came down, right? And then there was some news from European session, around 8:15 from Europe, I guess, So during this time I was watching this price action because I was going to drop my son at school around 8:30, so that 10-15 minutes I was watching this fine from the overnight, and then that news related spike happened, right? But then I was explaining in Discord that this news did not achieve anything. Technically it just went to hunting level, went to the dream number, and just it's closed in between, right? So then I typed news did not achieve anything because it was in between, right? So real thing comes if it goes below this or above this, then you can have some trade, right? And then 266 I said it's a rotational area, to watch. And ES I said 83 or 81 is a rotational area, okay? So what happened here, right? So here then I went to drop my son. But then if you're watching these things, right, this is what I said in Discord later on, that when you see this breakdown and price going down like this and then pulling back here or here, this was a short, because now this one of this area got broken, see that? And now so you short it, right, and you target this blue line. Basically that is your pre-market trade. Yes, you do the same thing here to here, and then you stop trading, and you wait for RTH, right? Now going into RTH, you can also, before in the pre-market, you can take a reactionary long at this 172, which I did actually when I came back, few points. So few points means like 10 points, because this area is important, right? And then price balance around it, and then it break down right of the open, right? So to me, so in Discord I said wait, do not do anything, I don't trust these sellers. Those were my statements. ES went to 48, right? So here I explained NQ has some weakness in buyers, but ES is still supporting buyers as long as it is above 48. Below 48, some sellers will be there, but price has to take out this level in order for sellers to confirm it, right? NQ has to take out this level to confirm more sellers. Right now they were simply active in NQ. So when this thing happened, to me, the way I look at it is this is like opening gap down, open into support. That was the idea I was discussing in Discord, and actually I put the note also in Discord yesterday. So these were the notes. If you look at it, timestamp is yesterday, 2:19 p.m. right? So this was around 3 o'clock or something when I put this note, right? And you can see it yesterday. I said tomorrow, which is today, wide gap up into resistance equal to sellers, or wide gap down into support equal to buyers. So that was my statement yesterday 3 p.m. right? So now going into today, when I see this coming straight, actually to me it opened right into this support basically, because open and within a second it just come into this support, right? Good support. It's a hunting level, right? And this is also hunting level. Both are coming into hunting level support right of the open. So to me it just opened there, and it was a wide gap down like this. Look, wide gap down, and support was a good support. It's not like temporary support. It was a very good support. It's a hunting level, right? So it opened right here, see, around this vicinity, right, into support. So that's why I said in Discord, I do not believe or trust still these sellers. Whatever happened, these things, I didn't trust it. And then opening down move. See, to me it is exhaustion. I don't need to look anything else. This is, to me, it's exhaustion. Yesterday, think about it, yesterday lot of buyers. I already explained this to you guys, right? So but I'm again repeating some of it, right? That yesterday it was a good trend day up, and suddenly you are gapping down into support, and it's not like general support. It was a very good support. You will expect some reaction from that support. That is all. So we are not looking for a moon here. You are looking for reaction from the good support, in a certain context. So context is important. Context is always important, right? How you look these things. If you look at this thing in silo, right, then to you it's like, okay, now balance and breakdown, let me short, right? That's the first instinct. But you have to understand the context behind it, why price is doing that, after what, before what happened, right here, yesterday. You have to combine all these things, then you can trade. Otherwise there is no way you can trade, or you can be successful in this trading game. So anyway, so I took this long at 48, even though price actually in a 5 minute it sliced through it, right? But still I was holding. I said in Discord, I will wait for 5 to 7 minutes because I still don't trust these buyers, and then let them take me out. So when first 5 minutes is over, and then second 5 minutes started, price started going above 48, right? At that time I said, you know what, let me put my stop below this last low, which is a 6-point stop, and I'll take my chances. If sellers are aggressive, they will take me out, and then I'm good to go for shorts later on. If not, then price will bounce back up to 70 or 67. That is what I said. And NQ will go towards this area, pretty much somewhere towards 200 or so, or this 229, right? So I took the trade in ES at that time. I don't want to risk in both indexes at the same time, so I can only do one index. So I picked up ES today, right? Because it was opening on bright into good support. Because ES usually I don't have to manage it. If I take a trade in NQ, I have to bail out here, and then again I have to enter all these things. See, ES doesn't move the way NQ does. So ES, it's like one-time deal. I take a long and I just hit and I wait for my target or stop out. That's it. No management in between. In and out like NQ. So I decided today I'll do ES. And then NQ, I went with the flow. So when I see this thing bouncing along with ES, the moment ES went above 48, that was my signal that now it wants to go higher. So I took a long right here in NQ, going with the flow around 139 or 40. Targeting this area first, right? And then I bailed out and immediately I entered it again, when I see ES moving. ES was here right now at that time, so I said, okay, ES wants to go to 67, right? So I put it back the contract in, and then I bailed out around this 200 level, 229, 207 in between, right? So my trading was over for NQ pretty much, for ES I had 50% bailout here, right? Rest I put my stop at 42. I did not move it up. I kept it at 42, and I said if ES goes higher, then I'll move it up, and my next target was 4,000 area. Since I want to go for my deck work when price was here, I said I'm going to put the target at 4,000, stop at initially when price went higher here. I moved my stop to 58 when it was chopping around here. Since I had to go work on my deck, I said I will move the stop to 71 and I will put the target at 4,000, and then later on it got fit, right? So there was no management, trade management at ES, I just literally let it run for the runners, right? So this was a trade in ES. Now NQ, I did few scalps in between. So these are the trades, that you could have taken it in NQ. Only, see, not every day you will do this, going with the flow, take this like this kind of trade, right? If you look at my past video, you won't see me going with the flow most of the days. Only on some days when everything is lining up, internals were rising, right? Momentum was rising, making plus 600s, right? Yesterday we had a trend up day. Then today price was an open drive up. It was going through these blue lines. 48 held, right? This 67 was taken out. So all this thing was telling you that buyers have a control, and now most likely they want to target Globex high. The whole goal was targeting Globex high, but NQ doesn't go straight forward up. So you have to do in and out, so like this, when price came down here, right, you buy at the blue line, you bail out at this blue line, then you wait, right, then price goes up, come back down, you buy, like this, right, then you wait, or target 300, you bail out here, right, and then you wait. When you see this drip number is holding here, and then price make an upthrust, you buy, and target Globex high, and then you bail out here, right? And then if you see it, okay, so ES is running towards 4,000, fine, then you buy again here, target this level, and when ES hits this level, you bail out, because this is the 4,000 round option level. You have to bail out, no choice. Now you can't go long here because for my favorite 20 is right on top of it, right? So you can't go long here, so this one you have to avoid it. Now you can wait for a pullback to Globex high, right? That you can do, but only problem is in that process it came below this 4,000. That means it reacted at 4,000 board hour, and it's not gonna react only for like 2 points, right? So longs here was risky, right here. You have to wait, and if you wait and price goes further down, that means it's a failed breakout of Globex high and rejection from 4,000. That means you can't go long at this area, next level, so you have to wait, and if price goes down further, then your day is screwed up. You can't go long, because now not only price reacted from here, it failed Globex high breakout, and this morning's overnight these sellers, right, that area also did not access support, see, and price had a time to basically this balance, little bit balancing here like this, right? So now your day is screwed. You can't go long below this area, right, and you can't go even short here now because of this move. So your day is screwed. Same thing in NQ, your day is screwed here, see. So but NQ being NQ, right, you can go, this 300 area is very powerful, and it's also two dream numbers, right, back to back. So here first touch you can go long, but only you can target this Globex high, that's it, can't go for more, because already your day is screwed. And then when you see this, day is more screwed now, you're done, you don't have to trade anymore. That is what I typed in Discord, right, that no point in trading, the sooner you learn that technique, when to stop trading, you will be better off in a long run. right? If you keep trading it down and up and up and down, you will lose money. The simplest trade is go with the morning flow, read the direction, take a trade, 1 or 2 trades, and you're done. You don't have to mess around these things. That is the key for a long-term survival in this business. So that's why I'm not talking about this, because it was garbage anyway. Now let's talk about Mboxwave, see if I can find something. Before I talk about Mboxwave, right? So let me show you something also. So this was my performance today, right? So I beat my own record. So I had it goal was 2 to 3 days $1 million, right? So I beat it today, even that goal also. So in one day I made $1 million. One day, look at the date, September 8th, right? So, and now don't ask me whether it's a sim or live, right? Doesn't matter. Does it matter? Can you beat these things even in sim? Think about it, right? So you have to beat it, right? Sim or live, the process is same. Look at the amount of trades I took, right? Not 1196 because I had higher contracts, right? Up to 200 contracts, 300, 400 contracts. But look at the win ratio, right? That's the only way you can get to $1 million even in sim, right? So it's not, don't think that way that, hey, I can put 500 contracts and hold it forever and it will be $1 million. Yes, but you take only one trade, right? So there is no time management, there is no trade management there, right? So look at here, I did both longs, shorts, right? So basically I traded as a live thing, right? And like a genuine legit trade management, in and out, regular trading, manual trading, same effort. That's why I was able to make it to $1 million in one day, right? So if you put 500 contract and if you do in and out, then see if you can get even close to 100,000 in a day, because then one loser, you will lose a lot too, right? So not only you have to maintain that much contract, but you have to be, win ratio has to be higher in order to achieve this target, right? So that is the message behind this $1 million deal, right? It's not about showing you random number and say, you know what, put 1,000 contract and hold it forever and it will hit one day million, right? That is not how I traded it. So many contracts, so many trades I did it back and forth, longs and short both, and that's where, and it with 81% accuracy, right? That's why I was able to achieve it. So that is the main goal behind it, to teach you guys that you have to learn all these things, and keep them in mind whatever I'm saying contextually. That's the only way you will make it. But anyway, so let's talk about Mboxwave now. Okay, so let's talk about ES today, since ES opened up. So let's talk about ES, okay? We're not going to talk about NQ today. Let's do ES. So as usual, right? So let's do the morning drill. So now these levels I have no control, I did not draw it. It automatically draws for me, for ES, not for NQ, So these are my levels actually. But anyway, so just ignore those levels, So I'm going to draw a line as usual for you, right? So this was the Globex low, right? And you can see it, the price was holding this area pretty much in the overnight, right? Up to this point, right? And then something happened, a news or whatever, right? And then you can see there was a double algo here, right? Here 190, 80, and then, double algo. And then we had this volume, or this selling came, right? And then this buying came somehow, right? Which makes sense because this was a support. But then immediately what happened? Again selling came, took out all these buyers, right? Now most likely it's going to go down, right? And that is what you want to see. Then you see it here, again some buying, immediately price sliced through it, right? Again some buying, correct? At that time you can see these things also. Selling was going away, correct? So looks like it wants to go higher, but then the problem is here is now buyers are in trouble, because not only this little buying wouldn't do anything, this divergence in selling wouldn't help buyers unless you see a pop up here like a buying and price takes out this area, this support completely, then buyers are there. Otherwise this is just a fake thing and then more sellers will come, right? And then look at this, right? Now you see this double algo, price going down, this selling is increasing. This was your short in the pre-market right here, okay? And then you manage it later on, right? However you wanna manage it. Now I'm gonna talk about opening price action, right? So right before open, price was hesitating around in this area somewhere, right? 54 or whatever, right? 53, whatever this area, or 50 area, right? So, and then what happened? Then you see another selling came, right? So this selling probably superseded yesterday's selling too. Let's see. Did it? Looks like the numbers are higher. Pretty much, because this is a closing volume, right? But you can see it did not supersede it, but almost same, right? So now the question based on Mbox is, can we short here, right? So if you don't know the context or anything, right, this looks to me price wants to go further down because of these things, right? This thing, right, and these things. Now you can argue, man, this could be exhaustion too, right? Look at this, but it's an opening selling, right? It's not an exhaustion, it's an opening selling, right? So you can't take as an exhaustion. So yes, now if you look at this, then you can say it may be exhaustion, right? But if the exhaustion came around this point, let's say 9 o'clock, then I would say it's exhaustion. But opening, this could be the opening selling too, or it could be exhaustion from the overnight. You don't know the answer, right? But whatever the fact, you have to go with it. So based on Mboxwave, this was a good selling signal, okay? So you have to take a short here based on that, and your stop has to be about this area or this area, right? So, and then you have to manage it accordingly, right? Or if you are looking at this basic price action, right, from the overnight and of the opening sell-off, then you can become little bit smarter and you wait for a pullback to this area and then short rather than going with the flow, because that's a riskiest proposition here, right? So you wait to see whether price comes here and get a reaction, then you can short, and then what happened, right? It didn't even pause here, just slice through it. So there is no short here, right? You got lucky because you did not shorted here, you waited here, and now price went through it, so fine, no shorts. But what this price action told you here, that something is off in this selling. These sellers are trapped actually, right? So if you're smart enough, you can basically turn this area into buying area right here. Instead of shorting, now you look for long here. You don't have to look at even this balancing or this buying or anything. It's just a simple basic price concept, right? And look at this. See that? Up and this buying area. See? That's how it is. I don't have to look at the chart even. I can literally know based on the price action where is buyers, where is sellers, what just happened. I don't have to look at underneath the hood to see whether it's showing me buying or not, right? But let's say not everybody is able to do that, right? So now what happened? So now you are looking at Mboxwave right here. So some buying came, correct? Here there is a more buying, but there is no buying here, right? Now there was an imbalance here, right? But now you wait for price to take out this level and then you go long, right? Then what happened? Price just went higher, right? So now Mboxwave through, you go long here, because now not only imbalance, but this is now confirmed. It's a like trap sellers or effort no result scenario, right? So based on that you can go long here based on Mboxwave. Okay, I'm only talking about Mboxwave here, I'm not talking about context. But now you have to ask yourself the same question, that when you did not take a short here because it looks like exhaustion short, right? So why take a long here? Because now price moved from here all the way up to here in like 10-15 minutes, right? And this buying was not that great, and you still have to worry about this much sellers. Do you want to go long here or you want to wait for a pullback? Same question like this. So this question allowed you to save some money here, right? Because you did not short here, you waited for pullback and you got yourself lucky, right? Same thing here, you have to do the same thing. Here when price came down, now you are ready to take long because price stopped right here and there was not enough selling, right? Compared to this buying, this selling was less, right? So now you can try your luck here because this time sellers failed, this time buyers may win or fail, but you have to try your luck here, right? Or you can zoom into the lower time frame to see whether you can find something, right? This was around 10 o'clock, right? So let's see if we can find something in lower time frame, right? So let's go to 1 minute, see if we can find something here. There got to be something there because price bounced, right? Okay, here, right, this circle. Okay, what do we have here? So when price came down here, closed here around 10 o'clock, right? What do we have? So we have this selling which is increasing, right? So when price came down here, first time selling was here, second time selling was here, right? So selling was increasing, right? So no first touch long here, right? So we have to wait. And then what happened? Price went higher, we didn't get a chance to go long, fine, okay? And then buying came, and then when price was hesitating here, now you can see it, this selling is gone. See, there is no selling, correct? Then you can see this thrust, correct, going with this volume going higher or buying. Here you can go long. Rest assured, now it's gonna break out these things, you know. And you can see this delta also, minus 12, 47, not enough, you know. So it was holding this area basically, this, right? Now you can go long with this while looking at this, right? So this was a good long here, you know, because your risk is only this much now. And target, you can target 4,000, round number, you know, simple, or yesterday's high. So risk reward perspective, it was a good trade, you know, or Globex high, right, which is this area that you can target, right? So look at this, correct? And now, and then after that, there was no trade in between based on Mboxwave, you know, because look at this, right, 126, right, but there was no signal or anything, right? So here you don't know whether it's gonna go down further or up, right? So unless you take a breakout of this level, right, with this volume signal or this algo signal, then it's fine, you know. So, or you have to take this pullback, right, then go long. See? So okay, now it goes back to 5 minute. Now, so those are the trades, you know, these are the trades, and then you manage it. There is nothing else, right? So now later on, this thing was a garbage, you know. So I already told in my Discord that after this point onwards, it's all garbage because the move already happened. 4,000, done deal, you know. You can't trade anymore after looking at this, you know. So one more thing also I would like to discuss is, yeah, so where did I go long, right? So I go long right here, right of the open, both in NQ and ES, right? Because Mboxwave won't help you at that time, right? So you are looking for a confirmation based trade here, not first touch, right? See, I am first touch guy. This was my hunting level. If you look at the previous part of the video, this was my hunting level, super powerful, both in NQ and ES at the same time. So this was a first touch long. My exit, first exit was here, right at this spike up. My second exit was set to 4,000, which was here. You know, auto trade after that, you know, and that's it. You know, those were the trades, and that be all for today.